Okay, so here we are with the armies. So today we've ditched Legion of Night and we have gone with Sylvaneth. So I haven't played Sylvaneth. Well, I've played once with the new book. I've not played with them since then. But this today is not even close to a list I've run before. There's a lot of bodies. Basically, what we're going with is Drycha. She's got regrowth, so she can do a little bit of healing. She's got her own signature spell, which probably won't be too useful today because it's a bravery based spell. We've got a branch wraith. She's obviously can summon in dryads, which is always useful. She's also got a spell called bear with me, Deadly Harvest, which is a bit like the old spell from the old book, where it's a 3-inch bubble of damage to everything within 3 inches. Because I've brought the Balewind, which she'll hopefully be on, that makes it 9 inches. The other character is a Revenant. So the Revenant's there, he's the general. We've gone with Winterleaf for the first time I've always used to go Harvest Boon or Dreadwood. So we've gone with Winterleaf. So he has to take the Frozen Kernel, which basically once per battle, he can choose a unit within 12 and they can pile in an attack twice. And what else can he do? Oh, his command trait is My Heart is Ice, which means when he takes a wound on a 5+, the person who did it takes a mortal wound. Winterleaf, basically 6s to hit explode, because I thought 2 can play at that game. And we also, for a command point in the shooting phase, do a pretty funky shooting attack where you choose a unit within range of the character and you roll a dice for every model in that unit, and every 6 is a mortal wound. So that's quite nice. The Arch Revenant is accompanied as ever by a unit of 6 sides. That's where the punch is in the list. We've gone spite crazy. Nobody takes spites. There you go. So we've got 2 units of 5 and a unit of 20. They're an outcast battalion, so it's a bit rubbish. What it basically does is, if somebody flees to battle shock, an extra D3 models flee. Can't see that happening today. But more than that, it reduces the number of drops and it also gives me an extra command point. We've got lots of dryads. We've got a unit of 30, 2 units of 10, and that's a Forest Folk battalion with the lady on the Balewind. They can retreat and charge everybody in that unit, in that battalion. So all in all, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. There's been an extra command point bought, so there's 3 command points to start, plus 1 at turn 1. 5 drops, and well, we'll see how it goes. And they're playing today. Brought the master of puppies himself, Spadge, has come to join us from Orkney. And what have you brought today? What have you brought, sir?
So, I've gone and brought my No Keeper Slaanesh list, which I think I brought to Tempest last. It's not changed much for the new General's Handbook. I've just lost my Horde bonus with my Demonettes, sadly. So, for this army, I've got Basic. The Herald there is my General with the... I've gone with the Immaculate Blades from Wrath of the Everchosen, so they're Pretenders. Basic has got the command abilities 6-inch pile-in and ignore battle shock for units wholly within 8. I've got an Infernal Enrapturess and the Mask backing her up. And then the rest of the army is one big Epicurean Revelers battalion, so that is 4 units of 20 Demonettes, 1 unit of 10 Demonettes, and 2 regular Exalted Chariots. The battalion means that if I roll a 6 to wound, I believe it is, then it inflicts a mortal wound in addition to regular damage.
Okay, well, sounds good. And how many drops are you?
I'm 4 drops.
4 drops, oh, so you get the choice regardless. And today, we've rolled it randomly. Well, Eric rolled it, being the neutral. And what we've got on our table, excuse the army in the way, we've got We've not chosen which realm we're going to be. We'll roll that just before we roll for sides. But we've got one of the new ones, Force in the Hand. So there are 3 objectives on each side. This is the one where at the beginning of your opponent's phase, you choose one of your own objectives and it's worth 3 points instead of the 1 point that the others are worth. I think pretty much all of our scenery today is from Dark Fantastic Mills. We've gone Realm of Beasts. Maybe we should go Realm of Beasts just for theme. But we have got one little stone circle kicking about at the back because why wouldn't you? We've gone for a river because I love a river. We have got... this was Resonarium Bridges, if I remember right, which was the same company that is playmats.eu who did the playmat. So, happy days. We're going to roll for sides, we're going to roll for realms, and we'll come back after setup. Right, so deployment is done. Spadge won the roll-off, and oh, look what he's done to me. He's pinned me back. We went for a cinematic battlefield rather than a functional one. It was set up before we even rolled for the thing. So, poor me, woe is me. These are my 3 objectives on the right-hand side. I'm pinned back as far as I can, and unfortunately for me, not having a flyer except for my Arch Revenant, the only way that I can get to my massively exposed thing is by going across this bridge that I've just realised is commanding, which is really good because I've put my Revenant on it, which is nice. But yeah, so I'm quite pinned back. The centre one, which is always the one that you can't get to, I've deployed 2 units of 5 spites, a unit of 10 Dryads and Drycha, and then 10 Dryads on the far one. We've got the wood here sitting at the back. It's really difficult to deploy these things at the moment. And up in the sky, although not in the sky, in the realm routes, we've got 6 sides, we've got 20 spites. And then in amongst this stuff here, we've got the wee lady carrying the acorn. I've already advised Spadge of this, and she's going to throw it at 12 inches and try and put a wood down, and then the things that are deployed in the sky are going to pop out and try and kill something. But that's pretty much me. We're in the realm of beasts, so everything's deadly, which should prove interesting. Spadge, do you want to give me your thoughts on deployment, sir?
So I've got the really good half of the battlefield to deploy in, with easy access to 4 of the 6 objectives. So, yeah, I'm off to a good start, certainly. I've just spread my numerous bodies across to hopefully control as much of the board as possible. We'll just have to see how that goes when actually my contact with the enemy.
And we did as we were setting up, revisiting our rules, we realised that we'd said something slightly wrong about the Epicurean Revelers, didn't we?
Well, yes, because I've not used the army in so long. I've completely forgotten who the army was. On a 6 to wound, it's a mortal wound instead of the normal damage. So it's still very good, but not nearly as good as I was thinking it was.
And does 6s still explode as well?
Yes. Army wide for Slaanesh, any 6 to hit counts as 2 hits.
So you'll get your mortal wound and then get to roll to wound anyway. So you're kind of right.
Epicurean Revelers is on a 6 to wound.
Oh right, okay. Well, normally at this point we'd shake hands, but you know, coronavirus and unclean. So, Spadge, you've got a decision. Who's going first?
You're going first.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll come back after movement, just maybe to give a quick recap for the first couple of turns, rather than just look at us for 8 minutes of time lapse. So bear with us. So the end of movement, and what have we got? Well, yeah, Spadge has selected this objective here to be the primary one worth 3 points, which is a bit of a problem for me. I've done a couple of things wrong. It wasn't until after movement that I remembered that I could even go and get that one, so it wouldn't have taken much for me to just deploy something slightly overlapping the edge of there to take that extra point. It may come back to bite me, I don't know. What we've done is we've shuffled these dryads onto the objective, so they're claiming. The branch wraith threw her acorn down and has moved forward into the wood. She failed to summon some dryads. The revenant has moved forward, and he has out of the realm roots have come the Kurnoth hunters, so they're hoping for the 9-inch charge there. We've still got 4 command points. We've got these units of spikes are moving up towards the middle objective. Drycha and those dryads have consolidated that objective. The unit of 20 spikes has come down there, thinking for the next turn. What we have got is that because it's Realm of Beasts, I owe some rolls for deadly. So first off, the Arch Revenant. I'm not used to this for Sylvaneth and Woods. We're using these old woods instead of the new woods, just because these are what I have, and we're just saying one base per wood. So the Revenant, of course. So he takes a wound. Happy days. This is the way. Oh, look at me go. Well, you can have a look there at some comics. Okay, so he takes a wound as ever. Each dice is a wound. My branch wraith. No. The dryads finished within an inch. No. Those spikes didn't move. It was a setup. So I think that is all that have moved within. And that is that. So we're going to go on to charges, do our combat, and then come back for a quick recap. Well, that didn't go as planned. First things first, the spikes. Thought they'd try a cheeky charge over the bridge. Needed a 9, got some at low. And then the big bomb, the one we wanted, they tried, they failed. They re-rolled, they failed. So it's going to go over to the Hedonites of Slaanesh. Is that what they're called?
That's right, yeah.
Hedonites of Slaanesh. Turn 1 and I score 3 points. End of the movement phase there, passing all of the deadly checks. It's only my own woods that harm me. So So what's the thinking? What have you done?
Well, I'm going to get torn in.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these things marching up to me objectives. So, plan here is the mask is going to try and nip wound and get the Arc Revenant there. If we're lucky, the Locus of Diversion will stop the Kurnoth Hunters from attacking, and then this should be a bloodbath. Or sap bath, maybe? So yeah, I'm going to get one of the chariots stuck in, I'm going to get Unit 20 Demonettes stuck in, Unit 20 Demonettes here is going to get stuck in, and we'll get to see just how good the Faultless Blades really are.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna come back after charges and combat, because oh no, there's going to be a shooting phase.
I'm glad you reminded me.
We're remembering, because I forgot. More happened there than in the previous combat phase. It's a difficult one to explain, but this area here is no longer looking quite so bad for the Kurnoth weathered the charges. They managed to get the buffs for the extra attack, and the piling and attacked twice, and they were within range, so they were re-rolling. We burned the Triumph for re-rolling wounds as well, and they did a lot of damage. And then at the end, despite managing to keep herself alive, the Arch Revenant did 8 damage to the mask to finish her off. It was pretty bloody. We've got one Hunter on 1 wound, and we've got the Arch Revenant on 1 wound. Over here, well, there's all of this is dead, so we lost 14 spites, but then the 6 hit back and managed to kill 8, so there's battle shocks required. So 14, they've got a bravery of 6, so that's that's not looking good. It's D6 plus 8 running, so they've gone. There's nothing that can be done. Look, there's a dice. So they've definitely gone. Now you're -1 to your bravery because of the spites, and you're also re-rolling successful. And is that a sinister bridge? No, it's inspiring. So you get +1. So there you go.
Bravery 10. I've lost 8, so it's
D6 -2.
So if I roll my 1, I get D6 back.
Oh, happy days. Where's it going? Oh, and there
Yes.
it is. There it is. It was needed. So D6. Oh no, you re-roll because of because of outcasts. Oh. No good. So they're okay.
1 more runs.
More runs, but there you go. So I'll remove the spites in a second. Why don't we roll for priority, because this is pretty key. You do score 3 points. Yep. But we'll roll the priority. We'll roll it here. I'm going notorious. I've been let down. So it's the choice of the deviants, and we'll be back in a moment. end of movement. It was quite an uneventful hero phase. You do owe us some movement, actually, Deadlies.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So we'll start over here with the chariot.
Yep.
No, that's fine. The Enrapturous.
Yep.
Happy days. This unit. Good. The other one's fine. And then the one on the bridge.
Bridge too far.
No, everybody's good. Everybody's good. So, talk us through your movement. What's the thinking here then, Spadge? You're looking very offensive. Apart from over there where you've pulled back. Just so people know, my centre is worth 3 points this time. But I think people have got their eye on the Kurnoth Hunters more than they have my objectives, which I'm happy with, but we'll see how it goes. What are you thinking?
So, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Fair play, fair play.
I'm going to kill these hunters this time. I'm going to shoot off the Arc Revenant there, and then they're going to be weak and pathetic, and I'm just going to run them over.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, you're going to have a shooting phase, aren't you?
Yep.
That's good. So what we'll do is we'll come back after charge it. No, we won't. We'll come back at the end of the turn. That's what we'll do. Watch and bugger. So we've just had a taste of what actually happens if he activates them first. Thankfully the mask wasn't there to make me attack totally last. We managed to take out, the Kurnoths managed to take out the unit of 10, barely. We've not done any damage to the unit of 20, no damage to the chariot, and we are down 3 Kurnoths. So 3 Kurnoth Hunters remain, and it's Battle Shock time. And I am going to use their Synapse type ability to make them immune. So, command point burned.
I have Battle Shock to roll for the unit of 20.
Oh,
Two
died on the way in. Yes, the woods did the job. So, go on then, let's see it.
I'm fishing for ones.
Fishing for ones. 5. Still doesn't do it though. Right then, so we're going into... you score 3 points, yep. And we're going in to Sylvaneth, turn 2. So the end of movement and shooting, because I remembered I had a shooting phase, not that it was up to much. The Dryads here have consolidated this objective, made a ring of wood. Yeah, a ring of wood. It basically means that if I get charged, nobody can get in to actually claim it. Hopefully. The Branch Wraith failed to cast the Balewind Vortex again, so she's moved back so she could have less than an inch between her and the edge of the wood to draw line of sight to them, and proceeded to do 1 mortal wound off 10 dice or whatever it was. Oh no, 1 dice per model in the unit. Not good. Then Drycha she's now enraged at seeing her friend fall. So she came forward, she used the Squirmlins or the Flitter Furies or whichever one it is, and she killed off some guys on the bridge. So we've got a unit of Dryads moved up there, unit of Dryads there. These have moved forward, and we're going to have a charge from some Dryads. Oh, and the only other thing of note is that the Kurnoth Hunters retreated to snatch that point. The important one, though, is the middle one.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it was actually that one.
Oh, it was actually that one. So I can't get to that one anyway, so that's not a problem. Right, and then we're going to try for that charge. In fact, I'll roll it here. I'll roll it now. Look at the excitement. It's palpable. Don't even know what I need. I did only need a 5, but then some things have died.
Need a 7 now.
7. No, there's the 5. Okay, so there we go. That's my charges. There's no combat, so we're going to be rolling for priority. We will do the battle shock test in a second for those little fellas, but let's do some priority. I'm using the Notorious. Never lets me down. Oh, he says. So it's the choice for the baddies.
Again.
Okay, we've taken a slightly unorthodox approach and angle here because we're plugged in. Oh Christ, it's right over there as well. So, the one combat, you can see there's one solitary Kurnoth Hunter left. They've gone back en masse and reclaimed that objective. There's been a bit of movement around the middle, consolidation of space. All objectives have got bodies on. I'm going to use my last command point to make that Kurnoth Hunter stand strong. I do a battle shock here. I lost 4, so the bravery 6. So the bravery 6. I think the bravery 6. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So 2 more run.
Oh, and you're -1 bravery. Because of the dreadful visage.
And I'm -1 bravery because I'm scared of that big licky thing over there. Dirty liquor. Okay. So that is the end of the Deviant's turn 3. And we're sitting on
9
1
to
point
7.
9 to 7. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so the end of movement for the Sylvaneth. We've had a little bit of movement over here. The 3 remaining Dryads have decided they've had enough of that big scary licky face, and they have retreated back onto that objective. That unit of 10 still standing near the wood in case they need to redeploy. This unit of Spites has moved over to this wood in case they need to jump about. That unit of Spites ran as fast as their wooden legs would carry them. Didn't get very far. Drycha's moved up. She's going to do some shooting. She's still enraged. So it's still 20 attacks with the flyy things. The Branch Wraith has moved out so she can take a shot using the command ability for the Winterleaf into the big unit. And the Kurnoth Hunter has retreated, so he's not within an inch of the terrain, but he's still contesting it just to try and hold up that chariot for another turn. And that is that. And we're going to go on to some shooting. Right, so that was a quick turn for Sylvaneth. It's all about the points. So what we did, the Branch Wraith did twice as good as last time. She rolled 20 dice and managed 2 6s, killing 2 demonettes over here. Drycha released the Flit of Furies, or whatever it is that they do, and she wiped out the unit of demonettes over there, leaving it open. Nobody to charge into. She didn't fancy her chances against 18 demonettes, although if she loses priority she might not have a choice. It's going to be a very important priority. 3 points scored there for Sylvaneth. So we'll just move that over here so we can see 3 more points. So it's 10 points to 9, and this is going to be a critical roll. So no, I'm not even going Notorious. Notorious, it doesn't let me down when I'm fighting, but maybe it's a Northern Invasion kind of day. Oh, what? So there we go. Okay, so that's the end of movement for Slaanesh. So what we've got is the chariot's not even bothered moving. He's got his eye on that hunter. This unit here has moved up, creating an effective curtain on the outside of the wood. No deadly terrain checks were failed. This unit has moved up to threaten poor Drycha, who's being licked by a dreadful visage. And we're about to get to charges. Well, shooting. Yep.
I think I'm going to shoot at the unit of Dryads.
Big one.
Because I can't see the Branch Witch.
No.
So I might as well just shoot the Dryads. 2 and 3, then 3, D3 damage.
Good. That's the way it goes. So, I'll put you aside and we'll see what happens. Well, it's the end of the combat phase. The hunters have finally fallen. In addition, Drycha has taken 3 wounds. She's done 2 back in return. She did do more, but there's command abilities that allow you to ignore wounds, which is pretty useful. However, we are about to go into well, first off, 3 points are scored by the forces of Slaanesh, and we're about to go into Sylvaneth turn 4. And it's a critical moment. Which one's the big one? Which objective?
Oh, one with the chariot on it.
The chariot. Let me think. I'm afraid this is the bit where the good guy image may slip a little, and I have to hold my hand up and say I am a gamey so-and-so. So what have I done? I've done a janky move here with this unit of Dryads, and the intention being that I need to make a charge, 3-inch charge into this model, at which case I can pile in round the back of the model and have models on there onto this here. I only need one, maybe 2 because she might pile round. I have to stay over 3 inches from this unit so they can't pile in. Then with the same charge, this end of the unit has to, if I get an 8, can get to here. Preferably I'll get more than an 8. And then if I'm closer to this model than these models, I get to pile that way. I need to get 2 onto this onto here. So it's jankiness. The other jankiness, this unit of spikes that got moved back has jumped through there, 9 inches away, incoherency within 6 of the woods, and yeah, I'm going to end up taking that one as well, so I'm hanging my head in shame. Drycha's now enraged, so she's doing double combat attacks. The annoying harp has just shut down every bit of magic I've tried the whole game, so there's no magic. And we're coming to shooting, and then it's the big charge. Okay, so the jankiness pulled off. They got it. They rolled a 12 wherever they wanted. So as you can see, we have 2 people barely on this one, and we have 2 people barely on this one, which is good because that was the main one. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, the demonettes cannily piled in round the side and their bases are overlapping. We ruled that they were infinitely high, the objectives, so we were saying that they could contest that. However, there's a battle shock to be rolled. So this many have died to Drycha's rage. 2, 4, 6, 11. Here it comes. Is that from combat and from shooting?
Yep.
Here we go then.
4. So yeah, that's the lot of them gone.
Oh, sad times. So we're just going to do a little bit of maths and then we'll come back. Okay, so we're going to play through. We think that mathematically it's very improbable, but there can be things that can be done to make it quite close, and there can be some moral victories to be had here. So we're going to roll for priority. I'm going to Northern Invasion. So let's see, we're going to go for the path. Oh, he takes it. The priority is there. So we're going to come back in a minute and see what's happening. Okay, so there's not many dryads. 15 dryads have fallen. They've retaken all 3 of their own objectives. Probably this one, depending on this roll. So it's D6 plus 8 are going to flee. How many have you got in there? 4? 9 you've got in there. So no, it's so D6 plus 8, so 10 run, 5 are in there. So I have 5 left. You have 9, so you take this one. So it's 4 points to Slaanesh, taking it to 16 points. And I owe you a battle shock over there with the Spite Revenant. He's lost 4 friends. Rolls a 2, so that's a 6. That's the same as his bravery, so he's okay. What about your guys?
You're at -1 to bravery because of the face.
I'm at -1 because of the face, so he runs away. So you get your -1, and you re-roll successful, and D3 extra run away.
So I re-roll that.
Yes, re-roll that 1, you bad egg. 6, nothing. So there you go. That's the end of Slaanesh. So there's 5 guys left here. Basically, in my final turn, I am going to retreat out with these. They can retreat and charge, but it would be suicide to charge anything. So they're just going to retreat out, fall off this objective, and accept. Which one of yours is going to be the powerful one?
That one.
That one there. Oh, are you sure?
Well, if you've got 5 guys all the way back there,
Yeah, I've not taken them off yet. Just tell me which one's big first. No, I'm not going to go for yours. I'm basically just going to withdraw, and the forces of Sylvaneth are going to retreat back into the woods and blend away. So Drycha's going to march away. She's done quite well, even though she wasn't the general. She did good. Who's your best player? Who's done the best today?
I think it has to be Exalted Seeker Chariot number 2.
Exalted Seeker Chariot number 2, and there it is in all its glory. It's done a lot of damage. It killed pretty much all of the hunters on its own. It's minced its way through some dryads. It kept taking back its objectives. It scored a lot of points.
Yeah.
I think for me, this unit of dryads with its janky move was really, well, it was game winning.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
So I think I have to go with that. And yeah, movement is key. Nowadays, not that we remembered auxiliary objectives again. What you kill doesn't really matter anymore. So
No, I killed your general though.
you did kill my general. So you'd have chose that as an auxiliary, surely.
That matters.
Yeah. So the moral victory, as ever, goes to my opponent, and to me if I lose. But that's that for today. So thank you very much. We're gonna try some different things with this report, and then we'll get another one in a couple of weeks. Well, there we go, folks. I can't find where the bloody camera is. I think I'm looking at you now. So that was our second battle report. We've tweaked things slightly following the feedback from people. Thanks a lot for that. We've tried to mix things up. We've come back in at the end of the movement phase because there's a little bit to talk about there, and it breaks up that time lapse. We've also mixed up the music a little bit, so rather than just one 3-minute track on repeat 10 times, we've just got a bit more of a continuous string. So thanks to Kevin McLeod's creative comments there for all those pretty epic scores. I'll maybe get a bit more time to look through them and to seamlessly weave them together. But I hope that's an improvement from the last one. It's good fun to get the Sylvaneth out again. But Sylvaneth broke me. I painted that whole army in 4 weeks. Last January, 2019. for the Six Nations it was going to be. So I wanted to get a year of playing with them beforehand, or a season. And I absolutely hammered out that army, and I hated it. It put me off hobbying and building for nearly a year. It was that much. It was disheartening. And then I got a bit grumpy after painting so many woods. I think I painted 12 woods when the new woods came out with the new book. I just put them in a cupboard. Never got them out again after the Six Nations. One tournament I took them to. So it was really nice to get them out again. I think there's legs in that book. I know people say that it's been nerfed, and I'm not 100% sure on Winterleaf. I do like the old Redwood. But I've been looking through that book, and I think there's stuff to be done. So if Legions of Nagash or Soulblight or something get a new book, and my Legion at Night become more powerful or popular, I might switch back to Sylvaneth for a few tournaments and see how they do. Anyway, I hope people liked it. Again, like, subscribe if you would. That'd be great. It'd be nice to see the numbers go up. And we'll keep doing things. I think the next report we're going to go with Spadge and Eric again. But we'll get them to play each other, and I'll just do a little bit of camera work and maybe give them a bit of a ribbon. And then that'll be the night before we head down to Onslaught, which is a tournament down in Stirling, up in Scotland. So the three of us are going to go down to that. I don't know what I'm taking yet, but I think list submission might be tomorrow, so I better make a decision. And then we'll maybe even record a game down there. And then we'll look at either doing a campaign or getting a few more games up here. We have got a few different armies between us, and we do want people to come, but for us to mix it up and get extra people coming here to play, people have to either fly or get on a boat, and it is quite a trek. We're used to it, travelling away all the time, but other people, they find it a bit hard, especially just to come for a few games. But the offer's there for people. The trophies are being made, so you too could come up here, beat me, and get a King of the Isles trophy. And you'll earn the curry as well, the obligatory curry. It was Chinese tonight. So anyway, thank you very much. Am I looking the right way? I don't know if I'm looking the right way. Who knows? I'm not tech savvy. Anyway, thanks again. Like, comment, or whatever you do. But just let us know what you think. We're going to do some competitions to try and raise viewer numbers, but we'll talk about that next time, or maybe on the podcast. If you don't listen to the podcast, give it a listen. Just search Northern Invasion Podcast on your preferred podcast platform. We're on iTunes and all that business. So yeah, thanks again, and have fun.